That feel. Y'all don't mind me. That feel. And it got bigger. Okay, we ain't trying to get all that. Alright. Good morning, Emmy. What's up, Miss Jones? Good morning, good morning. Oh, you came a little too close there, fella. Rich Rising, how y'all doing today? I'd like to see the little face emoji. So, everybody get this shit right here. I gotta ask, can you guys hear me okay? Phone been doing some kind of fickle shit. All right. What's going on, child SU? So get this right here. So parents, I want to come and tell you guys a message. I want you guys to be real. I want you guys to be on guard with this thing that's happening right now within the school system. I don't know if it's happening in your city, in your state, but here in Florida, the school systems, the schools here are doing some sort of thing where they will contact a parent long after an incident has taken place inside of a school. They'll contact a parent and say, hey, your child did this during this grade, and we would like to address that with you, and we would like to speak to your child concerning this thing they did during this time while they was in school back yonder. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this to you guys, making you guys aware of this, because Mr. Matthew is 22 now. Mr. Matthew, an old head, old school kid. He's 22. I was going through my emails and I saw an email saying call the teacher, and I called. I wrote it down in my notes, and I was going through my notes, and I was saying I needed to speak to people about this, but I did it. It slipped my mind. I had other stuff going on. Well, Matthew graduated school about 2-3 years ago. Right before he graduated out of school, high school, his elementary school teacher contacted me and said that Matthew gave a girl a hug in school. Matthew had to be going to like the 4th or the 5th grade. I promise you not. He had given a girl a hug at school. The girl goes to counseling in her later age now, 2 years ago, and say, hey, while Mr. Matthew gave me a hug in school in the 5th grade, he ended up touching my bottom. He ended up touching my bottom. Nobody ever reported the shit to me. Nothing. Matthew never came home with a disciplinary note or action. So I knew nothing about this when he was in the 5th grade. Managed. This is 3 years ago. My son is 22 now, special needs. So it took years and years and years for them to come back and try to charge my son or discipline my son for something that supposedly happened while he was in the 5th grade. Special needs. The girl was special needs, he was special needs. And anybody who have special need kids, because Matthew is autistic. So, you know, a hug and love is what he needs. Attention is what he needs. And I give it to him. I teach him to hug me, to hug people. I never shy him away. So if you show Matthew some attention, he's going to give you some love. Well, in the 5th grade, it was worse than it is now, because as a grown man, he has to understand there's boundaries. People are sick out there. They'll take advantage of it. Well, the school system came to me and said that the girl is feeling kind of bad because something happened to the little girl and her grown-up life, to which she said it was triggered by my son at 5 years old giving her a hug, or whatever took place in the school where the teacher's supposed to have been watching them, I'm assuming. But they literally came back and told me, would you mind bringing Matthew and yourself to the school board down there on Amelia in Orlando, Florida? Would you mind bringing your son here so we can question him about this incident? And I said, lady, you must be out your rabbit ass mind. I say, how in the hell would you come at me and say, hey, so something when this boy was 6, 7, 8 years old probably, and the little, both of them got special needs, problem, trauma, whatever going on in her house, you're going to put her situation on my adult son from whatever. I say, why nobody sent me a letter home? Nobody called me out there. Nobody did nothing when it happened. Why the little girl didn't show her ass when it happened? But my boy's in his 20s and you want to charge him with something. You want to bring a case up on him. Now, people, I don't know about you. The last place I heard of some shit like this being done is in Mississippi. Mississippi, if a kid do a crime in middle school, elementary school, they will wait till that kid becomes 18 and legal. And then they would try to charge that kid at his 18-year-old. Now, this is just black boys. I don't know about black women. We all know that black women are educated nowadays. Nothing happens to them. They the cream of the crop. Nothing is good. But for black boys, listen to me, they are targeting our black sons so fucking bad, and they want every black person to be on papers of some sort, that they would come up with an idealistic fuck law to come back 15 years later to bring charges up on a kid from elementary school hugging a girl, so she say. It ain't even the fact that nobody knew it did it. The teachers at the time no longer at. I say, so who was the teacher at the school? Oh, she retired. So did the teacher say something about this? No. Do the principal got a report on this? No. Why are you as an adult? And she said that was. So I said, not to take away nothing from this sister's experience or whatever the hell she got going on, or what happened to her that caused her to relive this hug from my son. I say, so because she was triggered by an event in her life, and she told you Matthew, so you feel the need to bring that shit to me. I say I'm 40 some years old, and I can see when my goddamn babysitter raped up on me. I can see when family members did some shit on me. I can see where principals and PE teachers sat up there and slapped me around and did something on me. I say, every time I see an authority figure, I get upset. I say, I get scared. I say, do I need to go and see, can I get those people arrested from my childhood? I say, it's a lot of people got trigger points from their childhood. I say, but you want to punish this black boy. I say, what about all the white folks that sat up there and spit on me as a child? I say, do I need to go and get Mrs. DeBoe's grandson, who we went to school together? She was a teacher at the school now. She saw her grandson spit on me. Do I need to go and get his ass and bring him up on charges for assault? Well, you're taking it a little too serious. No, I'm taking it how a fucking parent supposed to take it. Get the fuck out of here. Stay off my phone. And you know what? Fuck that little girl and her issues. Because I'm pretty sure if Matthew hugging her in a loving way triggered her in her adult life, that's some deep shit that's going on right now. It ain't got nothing to do with my boy. Maybe y'all agree with that, maybe you don't. I don't give a shit. But one thing as a black man and a good damn dad, I ain't finna let nobody sit up here and put my son to motherfucking waste. And I'm not finna sit up there and send any one of my boys out there to the fucking slaughter for somebody to feel good about putting a punishment, a stigma. Nobody protected me as a young man. Nobody did shit for me. So I'm gonna make sure nothing happens to my fucking kid. No, you can't talk to him. No, we ain't coming to the school. No, my boy ain't gonna this bitch in the face. No, my boy ain't got shit to do with whatever the fuck this little girl got going on. I'm sorry for whoever the fuck triggered her to say that, but not with my boy. So take this little girl to therapy, get the little nigga some counseling that she need, and get the fuck out my life. And I hung up the phone. They called back 3 times, y'all. Well, I think do we need to get law enforcement? I say by all means get law enforcement. I say I'm gonna tell you what I told everybody when they said he raked up on them kids. Prove it. If you think of a 6-year-old special needs kid assaulted another 6-year-old special needs kid, and 15 years later she come back and say it, then what the fuck she was doing? I say, did y'all ask what she was doing? Maybe she had some shit going on at the house and she was promiscuous. Maybe she thought of Matthew like that and he didn't. Maybe she led him on. I say, it's so much to it. Then I hung up the phone for the last. Call me again. I'm going to contact an attorney and say you're stalking and harassing my special needs son. I say, and then I, with a little icing on the cake, I say, and by the way, to let you LGBTQ plus. So now y'all harassing I got no phone call ever again about that situation. Pay attention, people. Why do they feel the need to come back and get black boys and charge them for bullshit crimes that all kids are doing? Every kid, special needs that I worked at in the school, see, they love attention. They give weird ass adults hugs. They want to sit up there and be friends. Hey, Tyler, look at my new hair. Look at my new shoes. You're cool. You're my friend. Loving hugs. But because some triggered that young girl in her grown-up adult life, because my boy is an adult now, it became, okay, it's his fault. Now, I'm finna say something that's going to make a lot of women unpopular. And if you're one of the red pill, blue pill type women that's angry at the world and angry at black men, this is right up your ass, okay? Why is it important for all young black boys to be villains? No way in hell a young black man could be a victim in nowadays, because we don't get that luxury. We don't get the luxury to cry. We don't get the luxury to do anything. We are straight up victims. Villains. No matter who say, oh, he scared me. We're a villain. We can't help that we got this dark skin. We can't help that the universe had made us godlike and people afraid of us. We can't help it that everybody just afraid of us. But they are so quick to demonize. They're so quick to demonize young black men that they don't give a damn. They don't look nothing into their life. They don't see what's going on at their household. They don't try to get them help. They just automatically, let's call the police, get them locked up, get arrested, get it off the street. It is what it is. And the uneducated parent would sit up there, oh, that boy always doing dumb stuff. That boy got a brain problem. He's stupid. No, my son ain't stupid. Not a one of my fucking children are stupid, incompetent, idiotic. They know exactly what they're doing. When they walk out that door, they know exactly what they're doing every moment of their fucking life, because daddy taught them that. They had a daddy in their life. So when I told that lady, get the fuck off my phone, you crazy cunt, I called her everything. Bitch, don't call me no more. Especially trying to put my boy in jail and put him on papers. Why? So then I thought about it. I say, hey, Mr. Matthew. That's what I call him, Mr. Matthew. I say, Mr. Matthew, I say, did you remember touching a little girl? Matthew say, no. I say, so if you don't remember touching her, I say, you was in the 5th grade, you were going to this school right here, and this little girl say you touch her. I say, This is the picture they saw. I'm not gonna show the little girl picture because I'm not trying to get in trouble. This is the little girl. He said, "Oh, I know her. That's my friend." I said, "Did you ever touch on her inappropriately?" I said, "You can tell." He said, "No. I gave her a hug in class because he's autistic, so he goes directly to the memory because it mind. Them kids are smart. I heard her by the book. It was a yellow tablecloth, and it was a rose there with an apple drawn on the table. I gave her a hug right when she was going for the, and she left. Her mother purple, the fucking color her my ass. I rubbed her, I salted her. Now he in the background when I'm asking this, so the people on the phone can actually hear the whole thing. And I say, "Okay, son." I say, "I believe you, boy. I love you and I trust you." I say, "I know you'll never assault a woman." He say, "I wouldn't." And he say, "Dad, I have a boyfriend." I say, "Sure thing you do, my man." I say, "Lady, don't call my house no more." They never called again. That was 2 years ago. But I say that to say this. When I get a reading from a client and the client is going through something similar to this from Mississippi. Now, I don't know shit about Mississippi, but they going through this in Mississippi, bringing up charges on black boys from a long time ago. Parents, be careful. Watch your children. Don't let these schools and these jackboot ass thugs sit up here and tell you, these schools and these shits, these jackboot ass thugs tell you that, okay, your son have to be charged with this, or your son did this, so they need to look into this individual. Don't play that fucking game. You tell them kick motherfucking rock. Bitch, if you didn't do it at the time it happened, don't come to me later. But there's a lot of parents, and I want to say this, there's a lot of parents out there that still believe that the school system or the system is the best thing for their child, that the school system knows. Knowing the systemic racism and bullshit, there's a lot of parents out there who don't understand their kids, won't understand their kids, won't even won't even try to understand a young black child, and they'll leave those young black kids up to the fucking slaughter. Parents, get your shit together. Protect your fucking kids. They're coming back trying to charge your kid with shit that don't belong to your kid. Get your kids together, y'all. Watch them. These people out here are diabolical. My client told me this is what they trying to do to her son in Mississippi. Her son is getting ready to go off to college. Senior year type shit. And she like, Baron, is the spirit gonna allow him to go to jail for this? I told her the same thing. You tell that bitch to kick rocks, boy. You tell her go do some dastardly deed with the devil. Craziness. I'm gonna look at some of these comments. What y'all think about that shit though? They tried it with me. I dismissed it, but they tried it with this sister recently. What y'all think? That's why I took my son out of school and homeschooling. That's the best damn thing. That's the best thing. Homeschooling, I think all the black children should be homeschooled. It's just 3 to 4 assignments they really need to get it, what they need to get it. I love Black Karma. What you say, Black Karma? Oh, you weren't here for it, Black Karma. I'll do you a quick recap. I talked to a client last night, and the client is lives in Mississippi, and she says that the school board, like principals, teachers, whatever, from the school came to her and say her son physically touched the girl when they was in like the 5th or the 4th grade. Now the boy is going to get ready to graduate high school, go to college and all that stuff. They didn't charge the boy. They didn't do anything to the boy when they was in the 3rd or 4th grade, so to say. But now that the boy is grown, they said that the state had the right to bring that charge back up, or to bring that issue back up. The lady never got a summons from the principal's office, never got a phone call, nothing. But now they want to press charges due to what somebody said when they was like 5 or 6 years old. I was telling the audience that they tried that stuff with Mr. Matthew and he autistic. And Mr. Matthew said, no, never happened like that. But they wanted to bring charges up on my son, for my special needs son, for what he did, or what they say he did to some other special needs girl, which is hugged her and touched her butt during the hug, groped her. And that was caused the chick to be triggered. So no, not my Mr. Matthew, not my boy. Not him. You're not finna put him to the slaughter. You're not finna put him on papers. And my boy got a chance at a normal motherfucking life in this wicked ass society. You're not finna cripple him. No, I'm not. I protect them with everything I got in my body. This is what they're doing. And the lady said they do this in Mississippi on a regular basis. I live in Florida. So why the fuck they doing it here? Why they trying to bring that shit here? Who knows? They may bring that to a whole motherfucking town near you. You never know how these bureaucrats working. Y'all be careful. So if y'all get a phone call from y'all people saying, hey, your kid did this, your son, your daughter did this, did that back in school, you hang up the phone on their ass, bitch. Michael Jackson should have told y'all to prove it. He said beat it instead, bitch. I want you to prove it. No assault, no nothing. Kids fight in school, kids be kissing around the balconies and shit. Imagine you got a teenage son and he look good, or you got a teenage daughter and she look good, and they end up getting fast in their ass in school and over these video games and internet shit, and nigga talking about they pussy, nigga talking about or something. Then the kids, they like each other, boys liking boys, girl like a girl. Some crazy shit go on like that. And then that kid wait all the way till they get ready to go to college and say, oh, he assaulted me, or I felt uncomfortable with the act. And now they want to charge your son, your daughter, ruin their life off of some consensual shit kids did. Now I'm talking about teens. I'm talking about like young teens, 10, 11, that type of shit. This happened when Mr. Matthew was 6. They tried to come back and tell me he got the girl in his class and hugged her and touched her butt, and that what got her frantic now in her adult years. Matthew's a grown-ass man. Matthew 22. This happened 2 years ago. He was 20. The girl was chasing my son down in kindergarten. The teacher said nothing. Ain't that something? So they want to ruin this boy's life. Yep. They want to ruin our little black boys' lives. And you know what? A lot of white people will see that this is an okay scenario because they don't get it. They don't understand. We black men and black women have decided to teach our kids proper, raise them proper, and all of our black boys and girls have been going against the system, the systemic stereotype of where we uneducated, we can't learn, we can't do nothing, we just drug addicts, victim of poverty and all that shit. We've been breaking all kind of systemic issues and ideologies to the point where we becoming the fastest growing demographics on the educational field. That's our black woman. Black men are becoming millionaires by trades and internet dealings alone. We're jumping leaps and bounds and we're inventing again. We're doing this. So in order to stifle us, they want to sit up there and say, okay, let's put him on papers, probation, something, so they can stop the kid, get him arrested for a little something. Kid act out, got him. Argument with his old lady, got him. And it's a sad thing. Now I don't know what's going down there in Mississippi, but Mississippi would never see a toe. See my toe touch that motherfucking dirt. I don't care. But they saying the shit is in Mississippi and it's been like that for a while. I live in Florida, y'all. Why they trying to bring that shit to Florida? Holy hell. Whew. That's all I can say. That triggered me because I did that reading last night, and that's what the sister was talking about. And it triggered me because of the whole thing with Mr. Matthew. They tried to bring some shit up on Matthew. You would think that's some Twilight Zone shit. Social media will corrupt children. Keep the Lord in your lives. Jesus, 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 Jesus. ah, hey everybody, I just had to share that with you because it triggered me, and as I was driving, I saw a little boy and his mama and stuff. A little boy with special needs, and it just all ran to my brain, y'all. I'm sorry to even stress y'all with that type of shit. But yeah, that's what happened. That's exactly what happened. Y'all protect your kids. Ladies, protect your kids. Men, stand up for your fucking children. Don't let nobody say anything rash, wrong, or disrespectful when it comes to your child. Your child did nothing wrong. These are beautiful, beautiful people. Fuck that shit. Beautiful, beautiful individuals. Fuck that shit. Come on, man. Get out the goddamn road, bro. Jesus sake, man. This opened up an even bigger combo. Don't it? Black Karma, don't it? It's something to be talked about. What, I'm a political man. So what politician put this on the line, put this on the docket, that they can do some shit like this? What bureaucrat did this? Parents, if y'all get too caught up in your own bullshit, if y'all get caught up in your own bullshit and you ain't paying attention to your kids, the school system will sink they motherfucking ass. And that's all I want to say to you. I gotta go drop some stuff off at the storage. All right, everybody, I'm finna let you go. I'm the Baron, telling you guys to trust the you and the universe, because at the end of the day, that's all you got. Please like, share, subscribe. Thank you all. S.O.L Tribe.